Jerry Lewis has spent 58 years raising awareness of muscular dystrophy in America. He's received an Academy Award for this work and been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. But there's more to be done. Much more, especially in Australia. That's why he's become the international patron of the Muscular Dystrophy Foundation. With his help, we can raise awareness. With your help, we can raise money and give people with muscular dystrophy more to smile about.
When you have muscular dystrophy, things are harder for you. There's lots of struggles and challenges to get over. But when you actually overcome those challenges or the barriers involved, you actually feel a good sense of achievement.
My name is Adam, and I will be 12 years old tomorrow.
My name is Charlotte, and I'm 7 years old.
This is my youngest son, Noah Rewa. Noah's 4.
Hi.
And Kieran's 11 years old and has a form of congenital muscular dystrophy.
My son Morgan, he's aged 5. And he has a type of muscular dystrophy known as Ulrich's.
My name's Carolyn. I work as a social worker at the Department of Justice and Attorney General. I do education and training there. I have muscular atrophy, spinal muscular atrophy, which is a genetic condition that means I have weakened muscles. I've always been in a wheelchair, and I guess that's the way that life is for me. But it doesn't stop me from doing all the things that I have to do in my life.
Being a muscle condition, it affects respiratory, cardio, so they're things that we have to keep our eye on all the time.
Mobility, wheelchair. Kieran's never walked, so he's been in a wheelchair since he was just 3.
Basically, from her spine, the rest of her nerves are slowly wasting away.
He's very weak. He becomes very fatigued, quite quickly.
We had a few episodes where we nearly lost Kieran from dehydration.
When I start to feel sick, I take really big sips of drinks.
Charlotte used to be able to walk, which a lot of children have not been able to experience that, so that's a nice thing for her to be able to experience. One thing about the disease, it does not affect the brain.
Yeah, he goes to a mainstream school. He's definitely one of the bright sparks in the class.
It's always good when you can say at the end of year 6 that your son actually enjoys going to school and being with his friends, even when it is tough.
I really like to play with those sports sometimes.
Soccer with a big balloon ball, they use their heads.
Adam likes to get involved with sport, but it's getting a little bit more complicated now.
Yeah, I started playing wheelchair sport when I was 16 because I thought, oh, it'd be a good place to meet boys. And then I ended up marrying Danny, so yeah, there was no stopping us. We were a formidable team. And unfortunately, Danny passed away 5 years ago. He had Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which meant it was inevitable that he would pass away. His breathing is affected, so the muscles that help you breathe are affected when you have Duchenne.
Noah has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It will basically mean everything we take for granted, just, hugs and kisses and reading books will become a struggle, a real task for Noah.
I'm a full-time carer for Charlotte, and everything else in between as a mother does.
Feeding, toileting, every need really. We do everything for him.
I stay at home and my wife works full-time. One of us can only have a career and the other one has to be a carer.
So night times are pretty rough on us. There's Kieran on the BiPAP as well as a kangaroo pump feeding him through his peg in the stomach.
I'm, pretty reliant on support services. I have carers coming in to help me at home 3 times a day, so to help me get up in the morning, to get breakfast and get dressed and all those things that everyone does.
Being with his special needs, Morgan does put a lot of pressure on the family.
Mummy gets cranky some days, doesn't she?
I think that's really important for people to know that they're not alone.
We've been with the foundation ever since Charlotte was 2 years old. Basically, we just did a phone call and it's been a godsend ever since.
Noah was only diagnosed in July last year. You feel quite alone when you're given a diagnosis. So having the foundation there to help you through.
It might be that one-to-one support or support from a group of other people that are in the same situation or, going through the same sorts of issues, because it's a tough road for people.
We've had a lot of phone support, a lot of home visits. We've used the Flexi Rest as well to go on holidays, which we wouldn't have been able to afford.
I know that lots of families with young children have equipment needs, at home. They might need, toilet chairs, they might need, special beds and lifting machines, and all of this costs money.
Funding of equipment and things, it's really hard sometimes with that sort of thing.
We're not talking about luxuries here, we're talking about the, essential things for day-to-day life.
The government can only do so much. The Muscular Dystrophy Foundation help with, they do help a lot with trying to fill that gap.
I hope that, in my lifetime, I hope that there's some advancements in the research for muscular dystrophy. They just need some more funding. They need funding to keep the research going.
It'd be just great to raise awareness out in the community more. And
for us with Morgan now, it's a matter of managing his condition and giving him a quality of life. And the Muscular Dystrophy Foundation help us with that quality of life. He's just the most wonderful thing that's ever happened in my life. So.
With the support of family and friends and with the Muscular Dystrophy Foundation, I think a lot can be achieved for people with disability nowadays, and it's really, I think, about support and understanding from the community that makes a difference.